What's your goal with the gardens?
Our goal long-term is to be producing all of our produce and enough to then store and ferment, freeze, can for the winter. So I would like all the produce that we eat in a 12-month period to come from our garden.
Paco! Huh? You got yourself stuck.
This is a Spartan 1954 Royal Mansion. We just refer to it as the mansion out of, you know, spite and humor and all that.
The Spartan Mansion. Where did you find this?
This was up a little bit north of Tacoma. Just under 39 feet long, 8 feet wide, all aluminum shell, aluminum and steel frame, and then all hardwood and hardwood plywood interior. This whole wall is not original, and this is not original. Everything on this wall in the back bedroom and the bathroom is still original. So when we got it, the kitchen had already been renovated, but it was terrible. So we ripped everything out, put in all new electrical, all new plumbing, did our little washer and dryer unit here, our oven, large appliances like our mixers and everything go back behind the garbage cans, plumbed it for gas so we can have a nice cooktop, proper vent. Then for hot water we did a tankless hot water heater, so we have continuous hot water, a dinette for what we thought was going to be the 4 of us every night, and then that very quickly changed to the kids eat here with all of their toys, and Megan and I eat on the couch.
Perfect.
Yeah, a butcher block countertop, and then a nice deep stainless sink.
That's a beautiful sink.
It is also, like, the way everything is plumbed, it is still towable. Like, nothing is set up so that it can't be moved. Yeah, and all of the shelving and everything is all IKEA. Because it just works very well in stainless and bamboo, and designed for small spaces. The stove I found down by Salem. It is a little bit oversized for this space, though. So
like it's too hot?
Yeah, if we put a real fire in this, this place, you know, in the dead of winter is 90 degrees easy. I'm probably going to be replacing it with a smaller stove so that we can burn a little bit more efficiently. Yeah, all of this has got concrete insulation, you know, concrete board as insulation and heat shielding to keep everything nice and safe. It actually works really well, and that's why we have everything laid out to dry as we get a little fire going, and that dries everything faster than the dryer does.
Natural dryer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like the smell too, but I guess that's from the heater.
Yeah.
Giving off that smell in the space. It smells very, you know, wood burning.
Yeah, you get that
fire.
nice aroma of a wood fire going, and it's a really nice dry heat, which is extremely important in a small trailer like this. And in fact, we actually have a dehumidifier that runs around the clock in the background. Cool. Yeah, she's a little munchkin. A map of the area. This notch right down there, that's the Columbia River.
Yep.
That's the Washougal River.
Okay.
This is the North Fork of the Washougal River. So we are standing about right there.
Neat.
So cool.
So, this is kind of the power station for the whole trailer. Pure sine filter, so that as we are getting power from the generator, it filters it, so all of our electronics get plugged into that. Non-sensitive items like the coffee maker and the fridge and that kind of stuff get plugged into normal outlets.
What's your power running from?
Right now it's a generator. Yeah. Well, and it has been for a year. So hopefully
you gotta put in solar and whatnot.
We're gonna do a mixed system. Probably within the next month, we will have regular grid power. Be able to run like proper power tools, my table saw and larger tools. And then going forward, we want to have a really efficient usage of power. So like everything is LED, everything is low usage. So we want to have a solar grid that we can run either or from. But things like, a large oven there, that draws enough power that...
Neat. And then your cooktop is gas?
Yep.
Propane?
Yeah, yep. But yeah, I built the benches. You know, benches have the storage underneath. We kept it high. I like bar height tables, and it's a more efficient use of space to go higher. But this used to have bunk beds. The original trailer was called a bunkhouse trailer. So you actually had a bed right here and a dividing wall right over here. So that was the window for the other bed, and we needed to get above that window. So.
This is very beautiful what you did here with this. Like, it's just barely notched.
Yeah.
Like out, and it sticks out just a hair to connect that piece there on both the top and bottom. That's a really nice touch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're a master carpenter.
This is the building it out in the driveway.
Yeah.
That'll work. And then you know, all of our clothes just go in the cabinets. Or Megan rather, uses the dehydrator to make all sorts of stuff. You know, we make our own jerky, and right now it's kale chips.
Oh, nice.
That.
Dehydrated kale. And this is kale from our garden.
Beautiful.
An awesome little snack to have. And usually the Magna-Tiles are also all over the walls.
Oh, that's fun.
The kids figured that out pretty quickly. We've got a water tank because our water system is not closed, so we pump directly from the well into this and drink from this. And as soon as our water system is completely a closed system, then we'll have our drinking water plumbed in. But right now, we pump from our well into an IBC that's underneath the trailer, and then there's an on-demand pump that pumps it through, like a normal RV on-demand pump, to give us all of our regular water pressure.
How's it taste?
Our water comes from about 600 feet down, and it's about the cleanest water you can get. The original water tests we did, all the tests just came back 0, and so we thought all the tests were defective, and so we had the state test it, and they said no, there's just nothing in your water. There's
amazing.
Your water is just being filtered by 600 feet of volcanic rock, so your water is just clean. So we've got our little bathroom.
You've got a cat in here. They're like original tiling and everything.
It's all original. Yeah, it's not even tile. It's actually board with
like laminate on the top.
Weird. If there was a nuclear explosion, you should just like.
That's an old cast steel tub. You know, it's kind of cool. And the kids get to take like a normal bath.
Yeah, that's super nice.
That's great. Alex wishes we.
I wish we had a bathtub. Yeah.
The master bedroom. We actually managed to fit our king-size bed in here, which was really ridiculous. It helps that there's a back door right here, so it all came in through the back door. The box spring is in 2 pieces, and we had to fold the bed in half, and lots of yoga getting it in place, but it worked.
So do you sleep with all the kids together?
Yes.
Yeah.
We actually have kind of a funny sleeping arrangement right now. Megan is a very, very light sleeper. She actually sleeps out on the futon, and I sleep in here with a kid on each side. So, and it works because that way we all sleep well.
It's really beautiful to have all the windows back here.
Yeah, well, and the bed being at the window height, you wake up like feeling the breeze going across
that's
you.
amazing.
And you just look out the windows.
Yeah.
So, but at night when we have everything off, it's very easy to hear the river from here.
Oh, nice.
So it's fall asleep to the sound of the river or the rain or
This is just like your regular.
just a normal little fridge.
Can I open it?
Yeah, and then pantry, and we get space for everything.
And this was all here already.
No, this was kind of a closet, so I put in the shelves and put in the little racks.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Had to organize everything. It has everything that a normal kitchen would have, everything that a normal house would have. It's just all smaller.
Yeah.
Megan cooks all of our meals from scratch every single day. So like this is her station.
Hey, come over here and get a shot of the kids' heights.
Got this from Park City with us.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
packed some bags and we headed west. Thought that it might be the best thing for us. I was thinking about me and all the things that you'd leave behind.
That is all of the living space, and then this is all of the working space. The bus is a, what is it, 1974 Bluebird, and it's got a huge Caterpillar diesel in it. It drives really well, runs perfectly. At some point, this may become something else. So that's why none of the furniture is permanently installed or anything. It's all just a blank canvas. Turn into an Airbnb, it might turn into Megan's office, it, you know, might just be a place we hold on to, and when the kids are old enough, like, this is their space, you know. This is the shipping and receiving department, so we keep all the shipping supplies and everything there. This is my main work table where I work on all the various projects and client projects. Kid desk number 1, their play table where all the Legos and everything get spilled out. Megan's desk, where she plans all of her plantings and everything. Charging station here where all the various batteries get charged all the time. This is my main workstation. Toy storage area, so whenever they want to play with a toy in specific, like the Legos or the Kinects, like that bin comes out and gets played with, and then it goes back in the bin.
You hope.
Yeah, usually. That's the theory. Printers and scanners, the 3D printer for prototyping. This is all just all the parts and storage and tools, and the main sewing machine. It's a old Juki, but it sews through absolutely anything. When it's assembled, we've got a big 5-thread serger.
Can you explain what your job is?
Yeah. So I do product design and development. The main purpose is to help clients bring their products to market. Say you have an idea. Our firm, we will help you design it, engineer it, and then find the correct factory for it that's the right balance of cost and quality, and then work with that factory to produce it, and then get that product back to you. And we work with factories all over the world, predominantly in Asia, but, you know, the US, Mexico, kind of everywhere. The only reason we get a signal in here is we've got a signal booster attached to the outside that's on a 20-foot antenna. Otherwise, you know, it's a big steel box. You don't get any kind of signal in here.
There you go.
Yeah. So it'll be a 12-foot deck off the front, and then a transparent plastic roof. So like corrugated plastic, but transparent. I don't know if Megan told you, but our whole garden is modeled in 3D. So
Of course it is.
yeah.
Back here is where we grow all the food. This half is our annual veggie garden, and then this half back here is the orchard where we're doing fruits and nuts. And then we've got a hoop house in the back that we're trying to use for season extension. And then also I've got the compost bays as well. I can show you guys how we do all the composting in all the bays and flip them. So this is our finished one that we just finished adding to, and so I check the temperature every week and make sure that we're actively composting. These will all be ready to use next spring. It's crazy how much they shrink. When I finish adding, they're overflowing, which is why I stop, and then they just shrink really quickly. This pile was the first one that we did humanure with, so we've got a composting toilet, and we dump all of the contents of that each week, as well as our table scraps, any animal bedding, any kind of like paper, cardboard products that we've collected from the week. All of it gets added in there, and we do the right ratios of carbon to nitrogen. And our humanure pile has been heating up really well. I think it's gonna be awesome compost. It's getting at least 20 degrees hotter than all of our other bays.
Wow.
And for safety wise, as long as it's over 130 for like 2 minutes, you're fine. And we're at 140 for weeks on end. So
Nice.
it's killing anything. These are all mounded up because they're hugelkultur mounds. So to make them, we actually dug down about a foot, and then we layered all the tree trunks. So this whole area was forest, and we had to cut all the trees to create it. So inside all these mounds are probably 20 or so trees, and then we piled soil, compost, and then we mulched it. We've got 35 of them so far, and then we still have a few pockets here that we haven't quite finished that we're gonna work on this fall.
Cool.
These are all winter squashes, acorn, delicata, spaghetti. That big L right there is all zucchini and patty pan and yellow. Celery, leeks, this whole bag is onions.
And how long will it take before you get to be able to harvest that?
Oh, I've been harvesting probably 5 or 6 zucchinis every day.
Every day, that's amazing.
Yeah, and then you can tell some of these onions are ready, they're falling over. They're not huge, but they're super flavorful.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah.
So what's your goal with the gardens?
Our goal long term is to be producing all of our produce and enough to then store and ferment, freeze, can for the winter. So I would like all the produce that we eat in a 12-month period to come from our garden. It's our second season and we're definitely closer to that goal this year, but I don't think we're gonna get there. I think we're gonna have enough for fresh eating for a good 4 months and then maybe like 3 months of storage.
How long do you think it will take before you get to that goal? Do you think it will be like a 5-year thing before you get to the
I think
full time?
we're gonna get there within the next 2 years.
Wow.
I think I need 2 more seasons.
Impressive.
I need to finish some of the beds that I haven't finished yet, and I'm refining my growing because I'm still figuring out how to garden. This is our second season ever, so I've been making a lot of mistakes with planting and keeping plants alive.
Well, you're doing a really good job at keeping all of this alive. It looks amazing.
Thanks. I feel like I bought way more seeds and I killed a whole bunch of things and these were the survivors.
Well, that just made them stronger, right?
Right. This asparagus, I planted it from seed so I can harvest it this coming spring. So right now I have to let it fern out to get the roots more energy. I can use it next year.
Cool.
And
Looking
a lot
beautiful.
of this is
Everything that you have here will come back annually, or
So the only perennial thing in here right now is the asparagus. These are all annuals, and annuals are a lot of work because you have to grow them from seed, transplant them, and then you pull the whole plant. I'm researching a lot more about some perennial vegetables so that we're not doing as much work. Yeah, and disturbing the soil so much as well, and then having to amend it with compost and whatnot. I think perennials are a much better solution.
And then you have all the kind of like the flowers and stuff in between to keep away pests and stuff.
These are called weeds. I did not plant them. I mean, the marigolds I
The
planted.
marigold is for sure.
I did the marigolds, but a lot of these, the daisies and whatever, they came up because I just didn't finish the garden. Like you can see these pits where I'm gonna line trees in here.
Nice.
I just need to get around to it this fall.
Well, you guys have tons of trees to be able to do that.
Yeah, yeah, we do. And all around the perimeter, we have all the down trees that we just pushed aside until we were ready to use them. And so I need to cut them to length and then place them. It's like Tetris, putting them all in the mounds. So it's mid-July. I've watered my garden 3 times total this entire year.
Wow.
And so these beds, and if you put your hand in the soil, like under the mulch, it's completely wet. Like they hold moisture like a sponge, and I don't have to water often. Which
is that just because you're in a rainy place, or is it like?
No, it's because the wood inside is my sponge. And so my beds themselves are sponges, and then I have a really thick layer of mulch which keeps the moisture in the soil. So if I were to have a typical raised bed that's just dirt inside of boards without it being covered, you'd have to water, you know, probably 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 or 4 times a week. But my goal, since it's so difficult for us to water, we don't have plumbing, we didn't have electricity until 3 days ago. Watering down here is really hard to do.
Yeah, you said it takes you like 2 hours to water the whole garden.
Right, to do the garden it's 2 hours, and then to do the orchard and the hoop house it's another 2 or 3 hours.
Wow, so it's like a full day endeavor.
Yeah, but it's only been 3 times so far, so that's good.
Thank you guys so much for giving us a tour of your homestead. If everybody wants to find you, where can they locate you guys?
So on Facebook it's River Ram Homestead, and on Instagram it's River Ram Homestead with no spaces.
Nice.
Yep.
And one day we'll have rams.
Yes.
We have a
Yeah.
river, but no rams yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah. You need fences first.
Well, thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.